Growing up, The Little Mermaid was one of Disney's most iconic and popular franchises. But it seems that in 2023, they're going to sacrifice this franchise on the altar of wokeness, political correctness, and getting the proper social score on the media circuit and within social media. This really is a meaningless gesture because when Hollywood race swaps a character, that's not a win for black people. That's not a win for black actors or actresses. That's not more black characters in the cultural conversation. That's simply a handout. That's like, okay, well, on this one off occasion, we're going to pick you to play Ariel, even though we know and you know and everyone watching knows that you're not really Ariel and you don't look like Ariel and you never will. It's not an authentic gesture, and that's what always irritates me, is that it's never done from a place of trying to help. It's done from a place of condescending racism. Because you mean to tell me that you really genuinely have nothing for these young, talented black actresses but playing characters who are white? Tinkerbell from Peter Pan, that's the best you got for young black actresses? That's what you've got? Ariel, the Little Mermaid, the red-haired, blue-eyed, pale-skinned character that you've been promoting for decades and decades and decades, that's the best you can do for black people? Really? A character they'll never accept? Hey, here's a question. The one cartoon black character you have, the Princess and the Frog, why haven't you done a movie about that? Why haven't you done a live action of The Princess and the Frog? You have a cartoon that is black centric that you could make right now. Why haven't you done it? Well, I think you know why. Because Disney is going through their most popular lineup because they're trying to get money. They're not interested in black representation. They're only interested in telling a woke version of a story that's new and modern and appeals to the dumbest sack of shit human beings, most worthless people ever. Yeah, appeal to them. So we're going to watch a little bit of this. What would I give to live where you are? That's going to be copyrighted. Ooh. Well, it looks terrible. I mean, it's so embarrassing. And you've got Ursula, but look at King Triton. And this is just sad. Where is he? Where is King Triton? He was there for a second. Come on, man. Whatever. Yeah, so I mean, you can go down here. Let's see. I think we can listen to this.
Like,
important to expand and make it a fuller experience. I think The Little Mermaid is an iconic, powerful story. It was important to expand and make it a fuller experience.
Expand and make it a fuller experience. Well, let me just be perfectly honest. I don't think any of you in Hollywood have the intelligence, the patience, the charisma, or the capability to expand it or make it more interesting or make it more relevant or make it better. In fact, I would argue that everything that you people do, everything that you people touch, makes it worse.
this Little Mermaid reflects what it means to want something greater for yourself.
Ugh.
Now that's a voice.
Halle Bailey,
That
when
is
she
the
sang
voice.
for us, it was so emotional. She set the bar, and no one ever surpassed it.
Poor child. I've been watching you for a long time now, dearie.
Melissa McCarthy as Ursula, she's extraordinary.
She's so dishy and conniving.
We got a deal? I mean, I just gave you the premium package, kid.
She's hilarious and terrifying.
True. Yes.
The Little Mermaid was the first film I ever scored. It's especially emotional coming back. And with Lin-Manuel Miranda, who is so brilliant, the songs we've written expand what Little Mermaid is.
I feel really proud to work on The Little Mermaid because these characters live in my heart.
I don't know where or how things.
Marshall created pushes boundaries. He's doing something special.
Someday I'll
I know they're gonna.
True.
part of.
I just. We're gonna go into it in a minute, but it looks terrible. It does. Now, I know that some of you will try to cope and say, oh, no, it looks good. It doesn't. First of all, let me just be honest. This nappy-ass hairstyle, I've never understood it. It's like black people are so obsessed with trying to find some culture that they're like, yeah, let's take the worst things, like the nappiest hair, the grossest looking hair. Let's just take the worst things and say, we're going to make this our own. No, there's a reason why you evolved past this in terms of like what is acceptable. It's like, this is gross fucking hair. You look at Whoopi Goldberg. I've never once heard any girl that I've ever known look at another woman and say, yeah, those nappy ass dreads, those nappy ass fucking dreads, that's really what I want to emulate. It's just, maybe it's a personal thing, but I never understood it. And Ariel didn't have dreadlocks. And I understand that maybe they're going for the, like, well, she's a fish creature and she's got, tentacles and stuff. But it's like, why? like she's, like, in this light, she looks, I mean, her eyes are like, scooting off of her face, but it's like, she's an attractive young woman. She just doesn't, it's like, this ain't it, Chief. Let's see. Yeah, as King Triton, he's the most disappointing thing, I think. I mean, I could go through this all day. It just, the cope is on a whole other level. The hate campaign ain't working at all. Oh my God. Cringe. Fucking cringe. Anyway, let's get to it. Live action The Little Mermaid tie-in book reveals Ursula now defeated by Ariel instead of Prince Eric. Who here is surprised? Who here is surprised that Ariel is now the one that ends up taking out the Sea Witch? Look at this. Look at this. Now Ariel is the one who does it. Because a man saving a woman? You can't have that in Hollywood. You can't have that. You can't have that white man save that black fish. No. It's got to be the black woman who impales and kills the white woman, taking all the power. Because, don't you see, it's a deeper message, don't you know? I mean, honestly, these people in Hollywood, you listen to them talk, and they're the most smug, idiotic, worthless human beings I've ever met. Because all of their ideas are terrible. And the thing is, they could legitimately get what they wanted if they weren't so narcissistic and if they weren't so fucking stupid. There is always a way to get something done and do it in the right way, but they always take the easiest, laziest route to get there. And then, inevitably, when people point out the fact that their work sucks, their ideas are terrible, that they're making changes that no one's going to like, they just accuse you of being a racist, a sexist, a bigot, a homophobe, all this stuff, because their insults towards you are reflective of how limited their thinking is on everything else in the world. These are the most shallow, superficial, narcissistic, egotistical morons that the human race has ever produced. Don't doubt me on this. These are not people that are complex thinkers. They like to think they are, but they are shallow as a puppy's piss puddle. There is nothing about them that is original or unique. You know, this thing right here, tell me you couldn't have predicted that. Knowing what you know about the type of scum that infests Hollywood and the left like a fucking disease, tell me that you couldn't have predicted that they would have taken the white man away from the moment of victory and given it to the token, race-swapped, quote-unquote, empowered new Ariel. You know exactly that that's a possibility, because that to them is a great idea. That's a brilliant idea. That's the best idea. Oh, it's so genius. Now, I know what you're saying. This book could just be a one-off. This doesn't have to be in the movie. Doesn't matter. The fact that this even exists is an immediate refutation on their entire worldview, on their entire project. The fact that this exists in combination with the movie or The Little Mermaid or this project tells you everything you need to know about who these people are. They don't care about The Little Mermaid. They don't care about the character. They don't care about the story. They don't care about the plot. They don't care about anything. What they care about is that this name right here is popular. And like a flea or a tick or a leech or any sort of blood-sucking parasite, they will latch themselves onto this because this is the big name. This is the important thing here. They're not going to make their own spin-off. They're not going to actually put effort into this. And I've talked about this before on my channel. Hey, how would you do a live-action Little Mermaid with a Holly Bailey, looking mermaid who's black and has, gross-looking hair? The first thing I would do is I would call it Under the Sea, a Little Mermaid story. And I basically have it where Sebastian and Flounder are sent to a different part of the sea by King Triton because he has a message for his brother, who, by the way, I would have played by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, because tell me that wouldn't fucking sell tickets. The allure of like a Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Jason Momoa crossover movie where Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is, king of this part of the sea and Aquaman is, I mean, you could do it. It'd make you fucking bank. It'd make you so much money. The whole point is that Holly Bailey could be his daughter. Holly Bailey could be his daughter because, The Rock is black. She's black. It makes sense. His daughter could be spunky and, they can make her character any way they want. They wouldn't be beholden to a story that already exists. They wouldn't have to make changes like this, which are fucking egregious. They could do whatever they wanted. There are ways to do what they want, but you see, they are so goddamn lazy and entitled, they just think that they can change whatever they want. And nobody stops them. Nobody like me is there to tell them, what the fuck are you doing? Get out, you're fired. And there should be. There should be many more people like me because Hollywood would be making way more money and brands would be doing way better. They've been making so much more money if somebody like me were there telling them, hey, you know what? Respect the characters, respect the brand, respect the fans. Simple. Respect these things and show a little bit of creativity and ingenuity. If you do that, you're going to be all right. But the Little Mermaid decides, oh, we're going to do a tie-in book, and Ursula is going to be killed by Ariel. Well, let's see how it goes for them, Rick. Or should I say Richard? Anyway. Yeah, I guess that'll do it for today's video. I mean, it's so embarrassing. It's so predictable. It's so by the numbers. You know, you could have predicted this a mile away. You know, they're going to have Ariel, win the day because, a white man can't do it. Unreal. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that'll do it. Oh, one more thing. Don't leave yet. Rumble. I'm on Rumble. 27 followers, baby. Woo! We are 3 away from 30. I tell you what, a couple days ago, this was 6. 6 followers. This is growth. Now, I know that people look at this and they're like, well, you're not setting the world on fire. You're only growing, a couple subscribers a day. Damn it, that is the difference. Every time you go over and you follow, it brings this number up. It makes this bigger, makes this more noticeable. It brings more people into the fold. And damn it, I have to say thank you. Genuinely thank you. Because I'm getting more views on these videos than I did on entire other pages. We're almost at 30. The goal is to keep rising and keep going and to never stop. So if you could take a moment, it's free, doesn't cost you anything, to come over to rumble.com. You see the URL here, /C/Fan Advocacy Network. Subscribe, become a follower. It helps the channel. Doesn't cost you a fucking dime. Doesn't cost you a dime, and it helps me out. It helps us out. What I want to do is I want Rumble to be able to one day use this channel as an example of organic growth. Starting from nothing and just saying, hey, go over and subscribe, become part of this, and we'll make something goddamn special. We'll make sweet, sweet music, baby. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.